Alright, well, this is an interesting video to have to make. Plagued Moth's biggest ally, Slug, who is MamaMax's editor, I guess, or has edited for him. I don't really know about their fucking business dealings. But this guy is someone who has been working for quite a while now on a big end-all video about Plagued Moth. He's really going to expose him, and he's really going to, break the news and, tell everybody what's what. And this is somebody who came onto my radar a while back when I was looking into the that recent MamaMax thing where he was talking about the werewolf cult. You may remember I made a video summarizing that shit because I felt like it was very hard to understand what the fuck was going on unless you wanted to sit and watch, like hours upon hours upon hours of content. And yeah, so I just decided to summarize that. And in order to summarize that, I checked into, all the stuff to do with that. Now, while I was watching one of MamaMax's streams on the subject, somebody in the chat said, "MamaMax, do you have anything to say about your editor, Slug, who calls people pedophiles for no reason?" And MamaMax responded, "I don't want to get into personal drama." And it's like, he's representing your brand, and you don't want to... Okay, whatever, that's fine. We'll let that pass. Some people don't want to get into shit like that. Fine, entirely MamaMax's choice. But that is how Slug first got on my radar. Now, I thought to myself, I kind of want to verify, are MamaMax's people credible, or are they, not credible? Do we have any people who are just outright liars and scumbags? So I went to Slug's channel immediately after that, and I said, let me see if I can catch him in any of these videos calling somebody a pedophile, just with no evidence and with nothing, shown, just saying it. And so the first two videos, I only looked at 2 videos of Slug. And in both videos, he was calling somebody a pedophile. Just with nothing on screen and just like, but this person who, by the way, is a pedophile. And I'm like, you kind of have to explain that or show that or whatever. You can't just put that as your sole comment in a fucking video. So yeah, it kind of confirmed to me that he was going around calling his enemies pedophiles, as we know Plagued Moth is wont to do. And yeah, that kind of put Slug in a bad light for me. He was doing some stream or something where he was like, come check out my stream. Because I had made a comment about him being cringe. And he was like, come check out my stream, telling me to come check out his stream. I came and sat there quietly for a bit, and like a few minutes into the stream I was like, this is cringe, I'm out of here, and I left. And from that point forward, I guess Slug... I'm not sure how exactly he heard I was involved with the Plagued Moth shit, but he wanted to talk about Plagued Moth. And so he was sending me DMs on Twitter every day, asking me to come on his stream. And there was like 3 of these things where he was like, streaming now, you should come on and we should chat. And I ignored him a few times, and then the final time I was like, alright, you know what? I often say I don't care whether the person is an asshole or not. I care about whether what they're saying is true or not. Like, if Alex Jones tells me the sun is going to come up tomorrow, I'm going to, say, well, yeah, he's probably right. The sun probably will rise tomorrow. It's not a lie just because Alex Jones said it. So, to that end, I was like, fine. I've appeared on Moth's stream. I went on Plagued Moth's stream, and he's, a proven groomer. So, I guess I could go on Slug's stream. Now, I had been told, well, don't engage with Slug. Slug is a lol cow. Slug has accusations of pedophilia against him. He has admitted to, dating someone when they were freshly 18 after he talked to them before they were 18. I don't know. There's all this stuff. It's a lot of backstory. It's a lot of lore. And in looking into this, there's videos from other people who are vaguely similar to Slug that are like accusing him of things, and I'm like, I don't know what any of you mean anymore. I don't know what to trust about any of you people anymore, because you all seem like you're just trying to eat each other. But yeah, I eventually appeared on Slug's stream, made fun of him the entire time, which he laughed at. To his credit, he was like, that's funny, or like, oh, that's so true, when I would make comments about him and how he sucked. But yeah, so that went pretty well. And Slug says to me, I'm setting up a folder, and I want you to, put all of your stuff on Plagued Moth into this folder for my video. So I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm all for getting the word out. I want people to just know what's going on. So I'm like, alright, here, I'll put a bunch of stuff in this folder. Now, up to this point, I had caught Slug in several lies. Slug has said Dylan Morgan has Daisy's destruction. He has a copy of it. And it's like, dude, we're just saying that at some point he did. You know, you don't have to go that far. He said, Dylan Morgan will kill his own children. He's going to murder his children. I believe he will kill his children. And it's like, Slug, buddy, back the fuck down. That's too. You're going into Mothian levels of stupidity here. And so he's been caught in a few lies personally by me, and you know, anybody who goes back and watches his streams or his content can see him saying these things. And I personally, in private, caught him lying because when this whole thing with MamaMax was going on, people were saying, "Oh, MamaMax must be lying because there's no police report. Oh, MamaMax must be lying because they said there was a rape kit in this case, but nobody has been able to find the rape kit." You know, I was so frustrated by people bringing up that point and saying, you know, if there's no record of this kit, then nothing ever happened. I was so annoyed by that that I sent Slug an article. And this news article was talking about how, in that specific state, those kits were really, really, really backed up. I'm talking like years backed up, just collecting dust on a shelf, not being tested for DNA. And this was a major scandal that I had heard about years ago. This is a major problem. And so I sent this article to Slug, and I'm like, you know, you gotta let people know this shit because people keep saying, oh, there's no kit, so there's no crime. And it's like, this shit has been backed up. You don't know where the fuck these kits are. They routinely get lost. This is not a point, you know, to make about somebody lying. And so I'm trying to help out, and mainly I'm trying to help the victim's credibility. Just in case, you know, it is a true accusation, I want to be able to help dismiss any criticism that is unfounded or untrue. And so I send this link to Slug. And Slug, on his live stream, immediately, without a second thought, says on his live stream, I have connections to police and other people, and so I know that these rape kits are backed up. And he opens up the article. So this motherfucker lied about having police connections when it was just my random ass DMing him on fucking Twitter. So that, you know, that put a real crimp in things, and I in private have expressed that to some people. This all came to a head with some random mod of his that was on his stream talking about, well, why do you want to go after Plagued Moth? What did Plagued Moth, you know, why is this wrong about Plagued Moth? Why is that wrong? Why should we talk about this? Why should we talk about that? Isn't that Plagued Moth's business? If this, that, and the other thing? And I'm in the chat listening to this, and I can't believe what I'm hearing, because this motherfucker is like, whose business is it if Plagued Moth was groomed by his wife? And I'm like, motherfucker, it's because she calls other people groomers. Are you fucking stupid? And so I end up joining the stream, and I go in there to explain this shit to this motherfucker, and this dumbass moderator of his starts going apeshit. I mean, you want to talk about lol cows? This was a cow who thinks he's like the farmer. Like, we got some real Animal Farm shit going on right now. So this cow who thinks he's a farmer, who, by the way, in the stream says, I'm a Kiwi farmer, like, you better watch out type of shit. This guy's just, like, screaming over me, screaming slurs, and, you know, saying that he's gonna, you know, if he was in real life, he would punch me in the face. And I'm like, dude, I'm explaining to you why you're wrong. Relax. You can be wrong. And the entire time this dude is like, oh, you have, like, low subscribers. You know, TCR has a lot of subscribers. TCR talked about it already, so why should anyone else? The guy with the biggest subscribers talked about it. You have no subscribers. You're nobody, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, this guy's clearly a clout chaser. And this guy lost his flippin' shit because he was not, you know, used to ever being questioned. Like, he was performing for Daddy Slug. And in the end of the whole thing, it really was fucking eye-opening. Because in the past, Slug has said, oh, you know, I did these things in the past and I learned from it. I lied about this, or I did that, or I did this. But, you know, I learned from it and that was wrong, and I admit that, and I blah, blah, blah. But this was like an eye-opening thing because I'm like, oh, fuck, you guys are really in this just for clout. And that's not an accusation I make lightly. This moderator of his was clout, talking constantly about subscriber counts, this, that, and the other thing. His moderator actually was like trying to shout over me because he didn't want to be corrected, and using like homophobic and, you know, different slurs like that. And when I call out, you know, I'm like, dude, you want to go with slurs? Like, I even said that's the #1 way to drive people away from your message, is to just, you know, be throwing out slurs. the dude's threatening to like punch me in real life, which is like, okay, we got a badass over here. And it really showed to me, given Slug's behavior, he's like, I'm moderating this. I'm moderating this. And the fact that he was letting all of that fly, and the fact that he has lied about so much shit in the fucking past, and has lied even after that fucking stream, this is somebody who should not be involved with this Plagued Moth shit, or the Burn Show stuff. Because this guy is such a fucking liar that either Plagued Moth or Burn Show can hold up a big picture of this guy and say, see this guy Slug? See him right here? He's proven to have lied all these times, and then they can run clips after clips after clips of Slug lying. Oh, Dylan Morgan, I think he's going to kill his children. Oh, he's an active pedophile. Oh, he has a copy of Daisy's Destruction on his computer right now. He can just show lie after lie after lie from Slug, and Plagued Moth can then say, see how my enemies are all lying about me? So this motherfucker needs to get his ass the fuck out of the boat. This guy needs to go over into the lake and swim his way to shore. Because this is the last thing we fucking need. Is some dude who thinks he's hot shit because he's editing for somebody, streaming to like 10 plus people, talking all this shit about main character this, secondary character that. This guy is going to torpedo whatever he fucking touches. And so to that end, I want to say very, very, very clearly, if you're a fan of me, if you're a fan of Plagued Moth, if you're a fan of TCR, Lazy, Spinling, if you love Andrea Morgan's content, whatever the fuck that is, whoever you're following and whoever you agree with, if you're Plagued Moth or Andrea yourself, if you're Sanity's Horror, the person stalking me, whoever you are, this message is for all of you. I am not connected with this motherfucker. I do not agree with this motherfucker. This dude is not my +1 at this party. And I would urge anybody listening to this, you're going to be curious to go check out his videos. I would urge you, listen to the live stream that I was in. Listen to him the next day lying about the live stream I was in. Okay? Do not watch his Plagued Moth video. Do not get the traffic up on that shit. Because if that shit starts getting any sort of traction and starts getting in front of people, that is really gonna fuck shit up. Because this guy can't keep his micro dick in his pants when it comes to lying about people. Like, I was surprised. Because I knew this guy was a liar. But he had that good game, he had that talk where he was like, I know I did wrong. That was wrong. I've changed. Motherfucker has not changed. This moderator who was with him was saying to me, like, I have your details. I'm with Kiwi Farms. I'm a farmer. I'm gonna, I would punch you in real life. Dude tells me, slit your wrists. And Slug is like, I'm moderating and I'm very fair. And, Slimebeast, you were kind of sarcastic. And it was just like very clear that to these people, it's about nothing but clout and content. Oh god, hopefully his Plagued Moth video does as badly as the rest. Holy fucking shit, dude. This is bad. This is like 2024 is going to be the year of Plagued Moth because he's going to just put up a cardboard cutout of fucking Slug and say, oh man, look at this guy. He represents everyone who speaks ill of me. Holy shit.
Slime, get your head out of your ass and understand that not everything's about you. You're not the main character. You took fucking offense to Sen calling me the main character when all you are is an information hub. You got really good info on Plagued Moth, and I applaud you. I truly do. Very good. Very pog. But you are not the main character in this book. I have to point that out because apparently not a lot of people have in your life. It's okay to be a background character. You will one day get your own book written about you. But today is not that day.